Hey guys, what's going on? Back at it with another video. Today we're going to go over the picks that I made for last week. So I gave you a couple companies, and now we're going to look back and see how they did last week. So IPOE, I called this out around here, the 23 mark. It went up to highs around 28, then it came back down. Right now we're sitting at about 24 or so. So couple bucks up from when I called it out. If you wanted to take profit at 28, could have made some good money. But again, what I mentioned last week is I'm holding this for the long term. They're going to merge with SoFi, and like I said, SPAC plays, usually they run up until the merger date, and at that point, it's, who knows, a lot of them crash. And if that's the case, then I would be buying the dip on that one and then holding it long term. So until we get the actual confirmation of the merger with SoFi, we're going to see some fluctuations, but I think in general it's going to run up. So it's up to you on how you want to play it. If you want to continue to jump in and out of the stock, taking profits as you go, or maybe just holding until the actual merger date is confirmed, that's your prerogative. The way that I'm going to play it is I'm going to watch it, and then once we get a confirmation of the merger, then I will probably jump in, or I will wait till the merger itself and it drops, and then buy in at that low point and hold long term. I think this is a good company, and I would definitely keep watching it. Second stock that we spoke about last week was GameStop. Now I know at this point everyone's familiar and knows what's going on with it, but at this point, or at last week, it was around $77 a share. I said that it was way overextended. If you can see, we looked at the RSI, way overextended. There was no fundamental change in the business to warrant such a crazy stock change. We talked about Wall Street bets and how they were pumping it. I recommended getting puts. Now, the only issue with that strategy is that everything was so expensive. Puts and calls on GameStop, because of the volatility and popularity, were so expensive. So I decided that I was actually not going to take a large position. I actually bought some shares on the way up, and then I sold off around 143, I think. And then I tried to get in the next day to ride some more momentum, and I ended up catching it on the downfall and lost the profits I made the previous day. So at that point, I was out, done with the meme stocks. But if you look, it ran up to, I remember it being up to like $500. So you could have made good money if you were willing to play the fluctuations. And if you rode it all the way up, people make crazy money. But like I mentioned, it's coming back down. So I think at this point, the GameStop hype is kind of subsided. People are still saying it's going to go to 1,000. They're saying that the options are going to end this week and this month and this and that. I think it's just too dangerous. I'm not involved anymore. I will gladly watch from the sideline and congratulate everyone that makes a good amount of money on GameStop. Okay, the next stock that we talked about last week was CCIV. It's a SPAC merging with Lucid Motors. They are an EV manufacturer similar to Tesla. They build cars. There was a lot of talks about this is the new Tesla. Last week it gained a lot of popularity. We called it out around $22 a share, and it ran up to a high of 35. Since then, it has come down a little bit. Still earn the money, still make good money. Again, I think that this is similar to the SoFi play. Wait till we get the merger announced, play the run-up, play the crash after the merger, and then hold for long term. That's my strategy. You can see it's very, very overbought on the RSI, and the MACD is still positive, but I think you can get this for a better deal. I'm waiting for the crash. If you would like to pick up shares on a dip, that might not be a bad idea, but these are just my own thoughts and opinions, guys. Don't take my word for it. Don't buy something because someone in a video told you to do so. You got to do your own due diligence. I'm just here to give you guys ideas. Next up here is Mara. ticker MARA. This is the Bitcoin play. So last week we called it out around here, right when it was starting to come back off the dip. It was about $18. We're looking at 22 now. And I really, so what I suggested was to sell cash secured puts. I think that by the end of the year, Mara is going to be a lot higher than it is now, possibly 40. That's kind of my price target for it. And I don't mind holding the shares at this price, and the premiums are really good. So what I've been doing is I've been selling cash secured puts on Mara, and if I get assigned the shares, that's fine. I'll hang on to it. So after we called it out around 18, it's curled up. The RSI is starting to look pretty good. We're back down to normal levels. We're not overbought. The MACD is caught it as it was falling. Now it seems to be curling back up. So I think now is a good time to jump back in Mara if you didn't get a chance before. I have a position in Mara. I'm going to hold it. With all the Bitcoin craze that's been had the last couple of weeks and what it should be for the rest of the year, I really think that Mara is in a good position to run up. So I'm holding on to Mara. And the final company that we're going to look at is ticker symbol SRPT. This is a biopharmaceutical stock that we had called out. They had an FDA disapproval. Well, it wasn't approved. And it just dropped down the side of a cliff. Came down to about $82 from highs of $182. We called it out around this area as it was starting to retest, coming back up. And it retested, and it dropped back off, and now it's retesting again. So this is the 82, 84 is a good support level. Again, I think this is just a long-term play. The company is not just one product, so I think it's going to come back. I think that, I don't know if it's going to go back to 182, but think about it. If it goes back to 140, that's still a good upside. So I'm holding this for the long term. I still have a position, starting to curl up. Now, if we look at the RSI, very, very oversold. Still relatively oversold, coming back up. But here's a good thing. So on the MACD, it's starting to curve positive. We're starting to see some momentum. I think that this could run back up. I'm holding this one. So that's it, guys. I think we did pretty well last week. If you guys took the advice from last week, all the plays seem to be up, or they were up at a good point. You just have to decide what your strategy is. Are you a swing trader? You're going to take these alerts, you're going to go up 20% and then cash out. Are you long term? You're going to have to deal. If you're long term, you're going to have to play the fluctuations, though. It's going to be ups and downs. So if you're long term, keep that in mind. Or are you a day trader? You're going to take this advice, some of these call outs I had, and then watch the run ups, and move quick. I kind of do everything, so I have a different style for different situations. I think that's the most important thing that you guys need to learn. Not every stock can be treated the same way, but there's money to be made in multiple ways. So, if you watch this video, I appreciate it. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow the subscriber base. The more people we have subscribing, the more fun we can have. We can start doing giveaways. We can start doing maybe Discord or whatever you guys find value in. If you guys have ideas for videos that you want to see, or you want me to look at companies, just leave them in the comments below. Or if you could, give me a like. That really helps out. And anything you guys can do is much appreciated. So, alright guys, see you on the next video, and good luck out there.